Welcome to Deepwater Trading. Today we are doing the Red Ranger deck profile, or at least our updated Super Content profile for the upcoming format. So let's get started. For the first thing in our main deck is our two main characters, is two red layers. The red layer's effect is when you control no monsters, you can special summon it for free. And it has an effect on summon. When it's summoned, you can add a Super Coin card from your graveyard, and when it's sent to the graveyard, you can special one Super Quan monster from your graveyard except red layer, and the effects are negated. So two of that. Then we run two Super Quantum blue layers. Super Quantum blue layers effect is when it's unsummoned, it adds a Super Quan card from deck to hand. And when it's sent to the graveyard, it shuffles up to 3 Super Quan monsters back into the deck. Then we run one Super Quantum green layer. On summon, it summons one of the Super Quants from your hand. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you discard another Super Quan monster to draw one card. Then we get into our fairy Super Quants. We run 3 Super Quantum white layers. On summon, it sends one non-light Super Quant to the deck to the graveyard, and it becomes that attribute and level. And when it's in your hand, you must send a non-light Super Quan from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon it from the hand. When it's sent to the graveyard, it summons the next monster what we're gonna be showcasing, the Super Quantum Alpha and Fairy. Then we run 3 Super Quantum Alpha and Fairy. This is the starter of the deck. This card's effect is on field effect is when you can target one non-Super Quan monster. Then it becomes that all the monsters in your field become that level the rest of the turn. Then this card has an effect when you tribute it, then you can select 3 other Super Quan monsters. Then your opponent randomly chooses one for you to summon. Then the other 2 go sent to the graveyard. This is the start of your deck. That wraps up our Super Quan monster lineup. Then we run 2 of the field spells, Super Quantum Makeship Magnet Carrier. This card's effect is when it's on the field, you can discard one card from your hand, then you select one of your Super Quan monsters on the field, the level 3, 4, 5, and 7. Then you will summon the corresponding XZ monster. When you have 3 Super Quans, either in your graveyard or on your field, you can send this card to the graveyard. Then you can summon your past Megazord monster. And that wraps up our Super Quan lineup. Then we have a fairy package. But we're running 3 Diviner of the Herald. This card's effect is when it's summoned, you can send a fairy monster and it becomes that attribute, not attribute at that level. But no, that gains that monster's level, sorry. When this card's tributed, you can special summon a level 2 or lower fairy monster from hand or deck. This is one of your bridges for your starters. You either start with this or this is your bridge to your main Super Quan monster. Then we run 3 Herald of the Orange Light. This is our hand type of choice because that's signature with our deck and it's searchable. This card's effect goes, you can discard this card and another fairy monster to negate and destroy a monster. And negate the monster effect and destroy that monster. Then we'll be running 2 Ever. Ever's effect is as this. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish up to 2 fairy monsters. Then you add up to 2 level 2 lower fairy monsters from your deck to the hand. Then our last fairy is Trias. This card's effect is when it's in your graveyard or in your hand, you can tribute 1 fairy monster and special summon from the graveyard. So this card works in tandem with your Herald, Divine of the Herald. Because when it's sent, you can tribute your Herald, and your Herald gives you either your level 1 Super Quan. That's how the deck bridges together. And that's all the fairies. Then we play a small volcanic engine with 3 volcanic shells. This card's effect is you can discard it to the graveyard. And when it's in your graveyard, Sorry, when it's in your graveyard, you can pay a 500 points and you add another volcanic shell. So you in your graveyard you add. So this is just to buff up your super coin discards. To finish off the volcanic package, we run one fire ejection. This card works like this. You can send one volcanic monster or a pyro monster to the graveyard. But if the pyro monster is a volcanic, and you get an additional effect by either summoning a token to your opponent's side of the field or burning them for the volcanic monster in your graveyard. Then we run 3 emergency teleport. This card only works with our blue layer. This card summons a psychic monster from hand or deck. Level 3 or lower psychic. Then we have a couple of one-offs, which we'll be starting with 1 for 1, because we play Eva and our super coins level 1s and our volcanics level 1, so there's always room for this card. Then we run Foolish Burial just to send our cards, because our super coins have graveyard effects and our fairy monsters, some of them have graveyard effects. Then we run Monster Reborn just to as an extended for our plays. Then we play Reasoning just to get our engine started or to get our graveyard started. Then we run one Terraforming to search our super coin field spell and our chicken game. Chicken game basically is like a upstart goblin in a field spell form. And our next engine is the Nadir engine, where we'll be running 3 Nadir servants so that we can send some fairy monsters from our extra deck. So we can add our Ecclesia, which is our mage of our storyline for our red layer, and we run one Saravius in tandem of the sending of the fairy monsters. And that wraps up the main deck. For the extra deck, we run one Super Quantum Magna Layer red layer for the red layer. As card's effect is when it has red layers in effect, it can pop a monster on the field. Then we run Ouroboros, the rank 4. This card's effect is you can quick effect book a moon if you have green layer as a material. Then we run Grand Pulse, our rank 3. The card's effect is when you have blue layer, it can quick effect pop spell and trap. Then we run Lasterix, our rank 7. Its effect basically is when you have white layer as its material, you can detach to negate the monster effect on the opponent's side of the field. Then we run 2 of our boss monsters, Great King Magnus, how we call it, the Megazord. You can cut one for an Intes if you want to, but this card is basically your bread and butter of your deck, because depending on its materials is the amount of effects that. So it has 3+ materials, I can shuffle a card into the deck. If it have 4+ materials, it's unaffected by card effects in general. Doesn't matter what card effects it is, except super coin cards. When there's 6+ materials, your opponent can't add cards on deck to that. That includes from drawing cards and searches. So that's our Super Quantum lineup for the extra deck. Then we run a rank 2 package of IP Masquerena, self-explanatory. SP Little Knight to partner up with it. Then we run a fire extra deck package with Nightmare Phoenix, just to a pop, a heater, just to extension play, and Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames to help tandem with our summoning of fires. Then we are running an additional boss monster in Infinite Track Fortress Megaclops. This card's basically materials is 3 XZ monsters, then it's unaffected by card effects except those of XZ monsters. So if you're playing against a non-XZ, this thing is going to be a problem to deal with. Then we run a Link 3 of Nightmare Unicorn just to clear up some boards. And to finish off the games, we just play a access code token. And for our fairy of choices, Herald of the Arclight, which when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add your ritual monsters of Saravius So it's in tandem with Nadir Servant. So that's the deck. There's always room for improvement, so let me know in the comments what changes you would make for the deck. Thank you.